on face-up, when we're talking about the anti-corruption crusade of President Buhari, whether he has said that judges and the judiciary have slowed down the pace of prosecution. But we said it at that time, that if the judiciary was going to bow to the executive at that time, it would portend danger, and that's where we are. Today, you are talking about sums of money that we have not seen. You have discussed it on the pages of newspapers, yet you want to take it to court. And when you get to court and they are unable to prove their case, you will say that those judges are corrupt again. It's because we started out wrong, we are going it the wrong way, and it's going to do more harm than good.
You actually are very quiet on this. It seems like you made your last submission as far as this is concerned.
No, I just have to allow him to make his own submissions, but I think his submissions are quite misconceived. They are misconceived.
Why would you say that?
I'll explain.
Okay.
They are misconceived because my learned friend on the other side thinks that judges are special beings. A judge in Nigeria is like every other Nigerian. And the judge and the rule of law specifies that there is equality before the law. It is elementary principle of law. That is one of the concepts. And the law is supreme. I've cited here certain sections of the Administration of Criminal Justice Law Act that permits the DSS to do what they have done. And if the judges, as well as an ordinary Nigerian in the society, are equal before the law.
Including military men?
Including military men. All of us are equal before the law. There is nothing that stops the DSS from doing carrying out the operation they have carried out in the manner they did it.
Could I have done that to a general?
It is possible.
Will they?
It is possible.
Will they?
It is possible. And they could do it.
Go ahead.
It is very possible.
Go ahead.
So if they have credible information, like we have had the position of the DSS, my learned friend is not oblivious. The position of the DSS is that they have credible information. There is a prima facie evidence. There are prima facie evidence established against these judges. And whether the method of invasion is crude or prudish, the question to ask is: was money found? If money was found in the homes of some of these judges, and these monies are humongous in amount, are you saying they are entitled to keep such monies in the house? Well, don't we have the banks?
No, well, earlier, I don't know if that has been repealed, but earlier, you can't pay into your DOM account, you can't pay into your dollar account. So a lot of people have a lot of hard currencies stashed in their house because they can't pay into their accounts.
In the house of a particular judge, I don't want to mention name, they found 54 million naira.
Alleged or
allegedly found. And then they had 54 million naira.
Okay.
And then they still have the opportunity to prove their innocence in the court of law. That is all about the concepts of rule of law. There is supremacy of the law, there is equality before the law, and there is independence of the judiciary.
Thank you. I was hoping you were going to add that.
Yes, there is, and that is why they will be taken before a court of law.
What's the extent? Guys, what's the extent? Independence of this, and independence of the judiciary. How does it interwoven, and at what point is your powers limited? Is your powers
I'd like to take that. I'd like to take that. I would not like that Nigerians be built a red herring. What he has tried to do, according to my learned senior, is that he has stated sections of the Act that empower any agency. He didn't say, thankfully, he didn't refer to the DSS.
Including the police?
It's not a problem, sir. Then you'll be citing the Police Act. If it is for police laws, you cite the Police Act. If it's for DSS, you cite the law establishing the DSS. You have cited a general law, which is Administration of Criminal Justice Law.
That law is still part of the laws in Nigeria.
Just hold on, sir.
And you cannot pigeonhole yourself and read laws in exclusive of other laws that are relevant to the matter in issue.
I think, sir, that we should try to educate the public. Okay. Now, what I'm saying in essence is this: the powers or the interpretation of the law with respect to matters, rules of interpretation. When you have a general law, you look for the specific. If there's a specific law, specific overrides the general law. In general law, you can arrest anybody. You have the powers to arrest yourself. Do you know that?
Yeah.
But does that mean you won't know when and how to arrest? Because the law has given you powers to arrest. So what we are talking about here is, first of all, DSS. What are the primary obligations of DSS according to the law establishing it? Directorate.
Is DSS now or SSS?
DSS, that's what they are called now. I don't even know if that act that establishes them has been amended to call them DSS. Because I suspect somebody just woke up one morning. I changed it from SSS to DSS without amending the law.
Let's even allow that argument.
So, exactly. So first things first, what is the primary obligation of the DSS? The DSS are suddenly taking up the role of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Before now, it is the SEC that goes after monetary crimes, which is what they have made us to believe. And that's what we are talking about. This is built on a very wrong foundation. They have taken the DSS. As a matter of fact, sir, the civil defense, Nigerian Civil Defense Corps, has more powers to maintain internal security than the DSS. The DSS is a higher level of intelligence to that of the to the NSDC. All right, so in all of that, where did you see that it was a security problem? Was it a security problem that the DSS was doing in the middle of the night at 1 a.m. at the judge's house? Shouldn't it have been the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in conjunction with the ICPC, Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, to say, okay, we are going after judicial officers. We have our search warrant. We have our warrant of arrest. Then you would have been able to gather your information. Now they are talking about 54 million naira. So let's get back to that now. I've not seen 54 million naira anywhere. I asked myself, did the DSS use counting machine at that time to find out that it was 54 million at that point in time? I don't even know how you stack 1 million, not to talk of 54 million naira. But because they carried out that operation without following due process, Nigerians are going to keep searching for that information till God comes.
Let me ask this question. Or you want to react to that?
I want to react to
about
that.
Separation of powers.
I want to react to that. When you talk about the principles of separation of powers, it doesn't mean that each arm of government is in a jacket.
Parallel line.
Yeah, they operate on parallel lines. No, they have to coordinate together. That is what is called government. So if you have the executive arm of government, the legislature, and the judiciary, they must work together. And that is what has happened here. And for my learned friend on the other side to now say or contend that the DSS is the issue or not is not even a security matter is wrong. There are allegations of corruption. And these are judges that are supposed to dish out justice without fear or favor to Nigerians. So in a situation where there are allegations that judgments and judgments are being bought over, are being purchased in our courts, it's a serious issue. It's a serious national issue.
Did we miss the activity or the positioning of the EFCC as far as this whole scenario is concerned? Did we miss the part of the play?
No. They are coordinating together. They are working together. If the DSS does what the EFCC is supposed to do, or does a part of it, or does what the ICPC is supposed to do, so long as we get to the substance of the matter, it is wrong for anybody to come on here and be complaining about the form. That is the whole essence of his argument. But we are saying that where there are prima facie proof that a crime has been committed, or a crime is being committed, or there are allegations of serious allegations of crime being committed by somebody, be it a judge, he has no immunity from being investigated and being prosecuted. So my position this night is, as far as the law is concerned, it is not wrong for the DSS to do whatever they have done.
Were there indications from anywhere, from any quarters, whether by intelligence or by coordination, like you said, from the DSS, the EFCC, or maybe ICPC, or maybe even the police, suggesting that this measure is the only measure
and the best to take in the
and the best to take under the circumstances? Were there evidences pointing to that effect?
I would say that my learned senior should not fall into the trap of saying there were. Because till today, and I'm still saying it, we've been monitoring it since Monday till today, we have not seen any proof at all. There have been several pieces of information taken from the media. All of this can never stand in court, with due respect. They will never stand in court. Sentiments aside. All right? Now, what could have been done differently, sir, with due respect, is that the proper channel of inviting the judges, the proper channel of even inviting those who gave bribes. We are still just grabbing at straws. That's what I'm saying. For example, number one, you talk about finding money. Is the problem finding money, or you are sure that somebody bribed? If somebody bribed, who was the person who bribed? If somebody was bribed, is it with respect to what matter? You go on social media and you see many different funny things. People say, oh, it's the Rivers State election. It's Wike. Oh no, it's Supreme Court Justice Odili that was carrying money to bribe other people. The same woman has never been caught by any agency. To today, have you heard that they say, oh, we have people who even wrote this petition? If there was a petition, okay, if it's a sting operation, who were those who participated in it?
I'd like for you to hold your thoughts there. We will come back and look at whether this whole operation suggested that in the case in time, this was the best to do, or did we miss out something and just went for an extreme case? after all, I wouldn't know to what extent to which they have been invited before now, and maybe evidence is put out there to say these people have been invited, they've refused to come, put them and even declare them wanted.
Exactly.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll be right back. This face-off, we're looking at DSS raid on some of the houses of the judges, plus the one that was foiled in River State, the viability of that, and whether that supports the fight against corruption in its true sense. Join us again. Face-off.